on this episode of The Tank.
Morning.
Okay, in digital world, it's so hard to keep things moving fast and keep them safe together. And people want to find a solution that they want to make their life easier and faster without compromising any security issues. And at the time, the world becoming more digital and people are becoming more aware of their reliability of computers. They will need more storage space for the computers. So as a result, we at Seagate Technology believe that as the top leader of the hard drive manufacturing, we believe that the hard drive and particularly the SSD, the solid state drive, will be the trend for the next decades.
They're at negative 0.58% growth over the next 5 years compared to the industry average of 3.95% positive. And your worst case holding period return for me is 1.1%. Why would I invest in your company?
Okay, in that case, in the best estimate of our report, you can see that our, as I say here, the capital yield and the holding period return are 15.2% and 148% respectively, and we are pretty confident about achieving those goals.
I don't invest in management because they're confident. I need results, I need evidence. My shareholders couldn't invest in someone who's just happy with how things are going and how they expect things to do. They need results and they need concrete proof to show them that their investment is going to earn them a good return. How do you explain a negative NPV in both case scenarios, and what's your plan for this?
Okay, as a matter of fact, in our analysis, you can see that our dividend growth is 68% compared to the industry average, which is only 3.5%. I think it's pretty good out there, and so as the net present value, we are pretty confident that we can turn this around in the next 5 years. So that's my answer.
Ultimately, I can't invest in companies just because the management's confident. I need results, and I can't invest on behalf of my investors knowing that you're not going to make a profit. It's unethical, and it violates my fiduciary duty. I'm Adam. Thank you for visiting the Tank.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Good morning, Sharks.
Morning.
How are we doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. All right, so my name is Katie Caruzis, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. All right, my pitch to you today is I work for AT&T, the telephone company. So our main source of revenues come from selling telephones, cell phones, and then the service itself. We also do TV sales as well. So our target market is 60 million monthly subscribers. So that is a huge part of the cell phone market, right? So it doesn't matter if there's a recession, inflation, or anything, we will always have customers, right? So what I'm trying to pitch to you today is I want you to invest in AT&T because we are essentially the best cell phone provider in the market of America. We charge the lowest rates, we hold a great deal of market share and everything, so I want you to buy into us. So, our profit margins are 8.14% of the market.
And what's the industry average?
Well, the industry average is 34.6%, but it doesn't matter because we still hold a great deal of the market. So,
How am I going to get my money back? What's your strategy?
well, we are expected to grow at a constant 5% growth rate. However, we are not paying as many dividends out to our investors. So, but with that 5% growth rate, we should be okay.
No, you're not paying dividends, but you think I'm going to get my money back. Can you elaborate on this idea?
Well, you will eventually, because we are growing at a constant rate, and we will eventually give out the dividends, but at this given time, we're not.
So I may or may not get my money back, is what you're saying?
No, you will get your money back, but I just don't have an actual timeline for when you will.
Ultimately, I can't invest in a company where I don't think I'm going to get my money back, and you're not making enough sense, and you don't know what you're talking about.
No, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. We are making a 5% growth rate every year.
So, you're growing, but you're not growing your dividends with that.
Well, I said we will eventually pay them.
Eventually. Ultimately, for my shareholders, I can't put their money into a company that's not paying them a constant dividend or that we can create an exit strategy from. Ultimately, I'm out.
All right, well, you're missing out.
Oh, sure.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, hello, I'm Lingxi from Western Digital Corporation, and our company was founded in 1970, and it's an American computer data storage company and one of the largest computer hard disk drive manufacturers in the world. Our products varies from software to hardware, and our end consumers can both be corporations and individuals. I currently have approximately 288 stock outstanding, and the price per share is 76.8 cents.
So, what is your earnings per share at the current point in time?
The earning per share was 1.19 in 2016. However, we anticipate this figure to increase 6 times next year, and that can tell us that our company will be more profitable in the future.
Okay. So, what's the industry average for that?
The dividend growth rate was for us is 17.65, and the industrial average is 3.53.
So, why do you guys pay so many dividends then?
I think the reason why we pay such a huge dividend is because we are confident that we are generating enough money to cover our cash flow. And if we are able to grow at a dividend rate of 10% for the following 2 years, our price per share will reach 242 by the end of 2018, and you will be able to make a capital gain of 165 when you cash out.
So, you're talking about our best case scenario, correct? Of 240.
Yeah.
And so, what was your last dividend again? Do you have that number for me?
That's $2.
$2.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit of my sharp math here, but I'm anticipating that that's your best case scenario. And in your worst case scenario, will I still earn my money back, or am I gonna lose money?
Yeah, you will lose money, but like that's the worst case scenario, right?
Okay. And you're pretty optimistic about
Yeah.
your ideas, right?
We are really confident with our products, and we are confident with our cash flow and our company.
Ultimately, though, I can't invest if I don't see myself making money and I don't know what my exit strategy is going to be. And you said I could make $160 in profit or so after a good case scenario, but I don't know that the market's currently trending in that direction, and for that reason, I'm out. Thank you for visiting the
Thank you.
tank.
Hello, Charlotte.
Good morning.
So I work for various communication, and our company achieves a favorable size and growth. It's one of the biggest players in the U.S. Mobile network carrier market and the domestic telephony market. It currently has approximately 112 million retail customers, and as well, it provides fiber-wide services be approximately 20 million homes. And so for our company, we have a high price to earning ratio, which reaches 15.31, and which showed a continuous dividend growth in the 5-year period, which is 2.98%.
And so what are the industry averages for those categories?
For the industry average, the price to earning ratio is 21.62, and the dividend growth rate is 9.85%, which is actually higher than our company, but like we're not growing that attractive. We're growing in a steady way, and we also can provide you a high dividend yield close to 5%. So that's very large dividend compared to the fair market price. And so if you choose to invest in our company, you get a large compensated for your investment.
And so you said you have 112 million customers for wireless, correct? So that's about twice as much as AT&T. So you've got to double the market share. But you seem to be below the averages for some of the ratios, correct?
Yes.
So you said your price to earnings was about 15.31, correct? Something in there. And you said the industry average was?
The industry average is 21.62.
Okay, so you seem to be below them. So if I were to invest in this, what am I looking at as a value to me for the project?
Yeah, as I just mentioned before, you can get a very high dividend yield, close to 5%. That's a really high dividend yield rate. And like, if you set a best case capital gain as at a 10%, you can get an annual holding period return like up to 133%.
Okay.
So, and even in the worst case, which is capital gain is negative 10%, you can still get a positive number.
So I'm still gonna get a positive holding period return even
Yes.
if I invest. And you've been paying dividends, correct?
Yeah.
Do you know your last dividend from the 2016 year?
I actually don't have the data.
Okay, perfect. So, again, do you have the NPV of the project, or do you know whether it was positive or negative in best or worst case scenarios?
Yes, I have that. They currently are negative, but because we are experiencing a growth, and I believe we can continue the growth rate, so I can make sure that we will make it back to positive in the future.
So you're expecting that your share price is going to increase and your dividends are going to increase to the point where the project will be earning me money in the next few years.
Yes.
And so do you expect that in both best or worst case, or is that just your best case expectation?
I believe we can make it in
Okay.
both cases.
Looking at the averages stuff, I see a better risk to reward ratio if I were to invest in other companies and some of your competitors. And so for that reason, I'm out. Thank you for visiting the tank.
Okay. You lose a good chance.
Thank you.